Saturday is a different night from the one that happens on a Tuesday. The same digits on the clock, meaning entirely different things. The hour that is late for some purposes and early for the weekend is its own country. I am a citizen of this Pacific nine, and I pay its taxes willingly. The city outside is still slow at this hour. We are both in the weekend version, both moving at the pace the day allows, when the day allows a different pace. The hour that is late for some purposes and early for the weekend is its own country. I am a citizen of this Pacific nine, and I pay its taxes willingly. Still nine, still Saturday, both still mine. Both panels open, which requires some trust in the morning and its intentions, the full width available and the outside, coming into whatever degree it wants. The room open to everything the morning offers, without selecting or refusing. Takes what the air provides directly and becomes something different than a room. The curtains have moved to the sides, and the decision has been made for the day. The inside and the outside and the agreement that full access represents. The room open to everything the morning offers, without selecting or refusing. Takes what the air provides directly and becomes something different than a room. Both panels open, the morning coming through. The room receiving. Two days out of 7 is the allocation, which seems generous until you count. How many of those days are given away to the things that 2 days are supposed to restore? The part of the week that is kept for you is the part that makes the rest manageable. Not vacation, but the recurring small permission to be the one who decides. I have been protecting these more seriously since I understood what happens when I don't. The week that takes the weekend too leaves nothing for the restoring. The part of the week that is kept for you is the part that makes the rest manageable. Not vacation, but the recurring small permission to be the one who decides. Still keeping the 2 days as intended. Which is the right amount of structure for a day that is technically mine. Enough plan to avoid the paralysis of nothing. The approximate arrangement is the best kind. Just enough direction to start, and flexible enough to accept whatever the actual morning turns out to be. By noon I had followed the plan loosely, which is the appropriate relationship between what you intended for the morning and what the morning actually offered. The approximate arrangement is the best kind. Just enough direction to start, and flexible enough to accept whatever the actual morning turns out to be. Followed, the morning loosely held, both loosely sufficient. The weekend without a structure reveals what you actually want to do. When no one is asking you to do anything, and the initiative is entirely I woke at 7 and decided against it, which required almost no deliberation. The pillow and the morning's argument were completely on the same side. The return to sleep after the first waking is a different kind of sleep entirely, more deliberate and more appreciated for having been chosen rather than fallen into. The hour I slept after choosing to was the best hour of the day in retrospect, better than the required ones for being entirely mine. The return to sleep after the first waking is a different kind of sleep entirely, more deliberate and more appreciated for having been chosen rather than fallen into. The second sleep remembered, even now, hours later. The sun across the linen makes a fact out of what was only potential an hour ago. The texture of the weave made specific by the angle of the morning light. What the morning does to the white fabric is not decoration, but revelation. The thread count of an ordinary thing made visible by the precise arriving sun. I have been looking at this for some time, which the linen bears with characteristic patience. The light moving slowly across the surface, both of them involved in the same unhurried work. What the morning does to the white fabric is not decoration, but revelation. The thread count of an ordinary thing made visible by the precise arriving sun. The light still moving, the linen still receiving, both still sufficient. The simplest breakfast is the one I make when I have time to make it simply. Toast that gets the right amount of attention, because I am not distracted by being late. The ordinary thing made properly, because the morning allowed the time, is the difference between eating and the meal that the weekday never quite provides. I ate standing at the window, which is allowed on the days that have no schedule. The kitchen being as good a room as any, when you have chosen to be in it. The ordinary thing made properly, because the morning allowed the time, is the difference between eating and the meal that the weekday never quite provides. The toast done right, the window in view, the morning sufficient. The morning has a different quality today. The morning has a different quality today, that the body identifies before the mind, not the weekday version with its agenda, but the one with the open door. The morning that belongs to no employer has a lightness the other kind never achieves. Everything the same outside the window, but received by a different pair of hands. I made coffee without checking the time, which told me everything about the day. The day that has agreed in advance to ask nothing specific. The morning that belongs to no employer has a lightness the other kind never achieves. Everything the same outside the window, but received by a different pair of hands. Still Saturday, still mine, all of it. The tray is a statement about the that begins horizontally and without apology for whatever comes after or instead. Everything arranged on the small surface that can be managed from a reclined position is an argument for the right kind of mourning that the body makes and the mind eventually accepts. The cup and the plate and the folded newspaper that I probably won't read until noon, all of it making the case for the horizontal that the weekend makes and weekdays never do. Everything arranged on the small surface that can be managed from a reclined position is an argument for the right kind of mourning that the body makes and the mind eventually accepts. Still reclined, still arranged, still the right morning. By Sunday evening, the weekend knows itself as the thing that is finishing rather than continuing. The particular quality of the last hours that have the week visible just beyond them. The 2 days count even as they finish. The hours are mine even in the last of them. Sunday holds until midnight, and I intend to spend every minute of it. I have made a point of not looking ahead until the last possible moment. The discipline of the present weekend hour, resisted by the weekday that is coming. The 2 days count even as they finish. The hours are mine even in the last of them. Sunday holds until midnight, and I intend to spend every minute of it. Still weekend until it isn't. Every minute mine. Everything else is just the ordinary morning, but without the particular pressure. The morning is an entirely different place. What remains when the urgency is lifted is the morning. The morning was always trying to be. Before the schedule arrived with its requirements and turned the hours into logistics. I poured the second cup without the calculation of how long I had before the first thing. The calculation itself being the cost of every morning that had a timeline. What remains when the urgency is lifted is the morning. The morning was always trying to be. Before the schedule arrived with its requirements and turned the hours into logistics. No hurry, not today. The morning agrees. 10 in the morning on the weekend is a different address than 10 on Monday. The same clock, the same light, the same window, but arriving in a different country. The hour that arrives in unhurried time is larger than the same hour with an agenda. I have more of the morning at 10 today than I ever have on a Tuesday. The street below is also in the weekend version. Fewer people moving with that particular pace that indicates a destination someone else chose for a reason they didn't ask about. The hour that arrives in unhurried time is larger than the same hour with an agenda. I have more of the morning at 10 today than I ever have on a Tuesday. Still 10, still weekend, both still available. which is either a gift or the other kind of thing. I have decided to receive it as the gift version and not investigate the alternative. The morning when no one requires anything gives back the person who was there before. The requirements arrived and made me into the version that responds and delivers. Of the asking for long enough to remember who that is, the one before the requests, who exists in the unrequired hours, the morning when no one requires anything, gives back the person who was there. Requirements arrived and made me into the version that responds and delivers. Nobody asking, the original person still here. The book requires a slightly different angle from the horizontal position, which is its own small problem with its own completely acceptable solution. The slow turning of the page in morning light with nowhere else to be is among the best things available on a given weekend in summer. I have read less than I intended and more than I would have managed upright. The position has its own effect on reading slower and more willing to reread. The slow turning of the page in morning light with nowhere else to be is among the best things available on a given weekend in summer. Still reading, still horizontal, still not done. The weekday morning is a performance of the morning adjusted for requirements. This one is the rehearsal without the show, the morning doing what it actually is. What the day becomes when no one needs it to perform is closer to what a day actually is. The undirected version and the honest version, and the version I forget to look for all week. I have been living in the directed version for 5 days and recovering in the actual one, using the weekend to remember what the morning is without me requiring it. What the day becomes when no one needs it to perform is closer to what a day actually is. The undirected version and the honest version, and the version I forget to look for all week. The actual morning found again until Monday. I use the good one on the weekend, which raises the question of what I'm waiting for on the weekdays that constitute most of the time and deserve a good cup as much as this. The reserve thing brought out for no occasion is a small lesson in the kept good that I am learning to apply more broadly than 2 days out of 7. Of the cabinet does not improve from being kept there, and neither do I from not being given the small ceremony of the good thing. The reserved thing brought out for no occasion is a small lesson in the kept good that I am learning to apply more broadly than 2 days out of 7. The good cup out every day eventually, starting now. Hmm. The kettle takes longer on the weekends, not actually, but in the experience of it. When there is no schedule to be frustrated by, the waiting is just the waiting. The time that passes without it costing anything is the same duration as the time that costs, but received entirely differently by the body that has nowhere to be. I leaned against the counter without urgency, which is a position the weekday body never finds. The kettle doing its work at its own speed, both of us in complete agreement. The time that passes without it costing anything is the same duration as the time that costs, but received entirely differently by the body that has nowhere to be. The kettle ready in its own time, which was fine. The freedom of no particular destination is underrated in a life of destinations, when nowhere is the correct answer. The body registers a specific kind of relief. The morning that requires no transit and no arrival at any point but here is the one that gives the day its truest start, without the cost of the getting ready to go. Dressed as if somewhere and then undressed, and put on the version that has no agenda. The second choice being the honest choice for someone who had nowhere to be. And no arrival at any point but here is the one that gives the day its truest start, without the cost of the getting ready to go. Nowhere and everywhere available, both at once. The absence of the hurry is the whole thing. Everything else is just the ordinary morning, but without the particular pressure. The morning is an entirely different place. What remains when the urgency is lifted is the morning. The morning was always trying to be. Before the schedule arrived with its requirements and turned the hours into logistics. I poured the second cup without the calculation of how long I had before the first thing. The calculation itself being the cost of every morning that had a timeline. What remains when the urgency is lifted is the morning. The morning was always trying to be. Before the schedule arrived with its requirements and turned the hours into logistics. No hurry, not today. The morning agrees. The tray is a statement about the morning, a commitment to a version of the day that begins horizontally and without apology for whatever comes after or instead. Everything arranged on the small surface that can be managed from a reclined position is an argument for the right kind of morning that the body makes and the mind eventually accepts. The cup and the plate and the folded newspaper that I probably won't read until noon. All of it making the case for the horizontal that the weekend makes and weekdays never do. Everything arranged on the small surface that can be managed less than 10 on Monday. The same clock, the same light, the same window, but arriving in a different country. The hour that arrives in unhurried time is larger than the same hour with an agenda. I have more of the morning at 10 today than I ever have on a Tuesday. The street below is also in the weekend version. Fewer people moving with that particular pace. That indicates a destination someone else chose, for a reason they didn't ask about. The hour that arrives in unhurried time is larger than the same hour with an agenda. I have more of the morning at 10 today than I ever have on a Tuesday. Still 10, still weekend, both still available. The weekday morning is a performance of the morning adjusted for requirements. This one is the rehearsal without the show. The morning doing what it actually is. What the day becomes when no one needs it to perform is closer to what a day actually is. The undirected version and the honest version, and the version I forget to look for all week. I have been living in the directed version for 5 days and recovering in the actual one, using the weekend to remember what the morning is without me recording it. What the day becomes when no one needs it to perform is closer to what a day actually is. The undirected version and the honest version, and the version I forget to look for all week. The actual morning found again until Monday. breakfast is the one I make when I have time to make it simply. Toast that gets the right amount of attention, because I am not distracted by being late. The ordinary thing made properly, because the morning allowed the time, is the difference between eating and the meal that the weekday never quite provides. I ate standing at the window, which is allowed on the days that have no schedule, the kitchen being as good a room as any, when you have chosen to be in it. The ordinary thing made properly, because the morning allowed the time, is the difference between eating and the meal that the weekday never quite provides. The toast on the right, the window in view, the morning sufficient. The phone has nothing urgent this morning, which is either a gift or the other kind of thing. I have decided to receive it as the gift version and not investigate the alternative. The morning when no one requires anything gives back the person who was there before. The requirements arrived and made me into the version that responds and delivers. Absence of the asking for long enough to remember who that is, the one before the requests, who exists in the unrequired hours. The morning when no one requires anything gives back the person who was there before. The requirements arrived and made me into the version that responds and delivers. Nobody asking, the original person still here. The weekend without a structure reveals what you actually want to do. asking you to do anything, and the initiative is entirely yours. The open day and what it chooses to be filled with when given the choice is more honest than the scheduled version, and much more difficult to arrange. I stood in the kitchen for a while, not knowing what I wanted, which was information about what I had been wanting all week, without the room to notice. The open day and what it chooses to be filled with when given the choice is more honest than the scheduled version, and much more difficult to arrange. The day is still open. I am figuring it out. No hurry. The kettle takes longer on the weekends, not actually, but in the experience of it. When there is no schedule to be frustrated by, the waiting is just the waiting. The time that passes without it costing anything is the same duration as the time that costs, but received entirely differently by the body that has nowhere to be. I leaned against the counter without urgency, which is a position the weekday body never finds. The kettle doing its work at its own speed, both of us in complete agreement. The time that passes without it costing anything is the same duration as the time that costs, but received entirely differently by the body that has nowhere to be. The kettle ready in its own time, which was fine. Saturday is a different night from the one that happens on a Tuesday. digits on the clock, meaning entirely different things. The hour that is late for some purposes and early for the weekend is its own country. I am a citizen of this Pacific Nine, and I pay its taxes willingly. The city outside is still slow at this hour. We are both in the weekend version, both moving at the pace the day allows, when the day allows a different pace. The hour that is late for some purposes and early for the weekend is its own country. I am a citizen of this Pacific Nine, and I pay its taxes willingly. Still 9, still Saturday, both still mine. The sun across the linen makes a fact out of what was only potential an hour ago. The texture of the weave made specific by the angle of the morning light. What the morning does to the white fabric is not decoration, but revelation. The thread count of an ordinary thing made visible by the precise arriving sun. I have been looking at this for some time, which the linen bears with characteristic patience. The light moving slowly across the surface, both of them involved in the same unhurried work. What the morning does to the white fabric is not decoration, but revelation. The thread count of an ordinary thing made visible by the precise arriving sun. The light still moving, the linen still receiving, both still sufficient. By Sunday evening, the weekend knows itself as the thing that is finishing rather than continuing. The particular quality of the last hours that have the week visible just beyond them. The 2 days count, even as they finish. The hours are mine, even in the last of them. Sunday holds until midnight, and I intend to spend every minute of it. I have made a point of not looking ahead until the last possible moment. The discipline of the present weekend hour, resisted by the weekday that is coming. The 2 days count, even as they finish. The hours are mine, even in the last of them. Sunday holds until midnight, and I intend to spend every minute of it. Still weekend until it isn't. Every minute mine. The morning has a different quality today. The morning has a different quality today, that the body identifies before the mind. Not the weekday version with its agenda, but the one with the open door. The morning that belongs to no employer has a lightness the other kind never achieves. Everything the same outside the window, but received by a different pair of hands. I made coffee without checking the time, which told me everything about the day. The day that has agreed in advance to ask nothing specific. The morning that belongs to no employer has a lightness the other kind never achieves. Everything the same outside the window, but received by a different pair of hands. Still Saturday, still mine, all of it. The book requires a slightly different angle from the horizontal position, which is its own small problem with its own completely acceptable solution. The slow turning of the page in morning light, with nowhere else to be, is among the best things available on a given weekend in summer. I have read less than I intended, and more than I would have managed upright. The position has its own effect on reading slower and more willing to reread. The slow turning of the page in morning light, with nowhere else to be, is among the best things available on a given weekend in summer. Still reading, still horizontal, still not done. I woke at 7 and decided against it, which required almost no deliberation. The pillow and the morning's argument were completely on the same side. The return to sleep after the first waking is a different kind of sleep entirely, more deliberate and more appreciated for having been chosen rather than fallen into. The hour I slept after choosing to was the best hour of the day in retrospect, better than the required ones for being entirely mine. The return to sleep after the first waking is a different kind of sleep entirely, more deliberate and more appreciated for having been chosen rather than fallen into. The second sleep remembered, even now, hours later. the full width available and the outside coming in to whatever degree it wants. The room open to everything the morning offers, without selecting or refusing. Takes what the air provides directly and becomes something different than a room. The curtains have moved to the sides and the decision has been made for the day. The inside and the outside and the agreement that full access represents. The room open to everything the morning offers, without selecting or refusing. Takes what the air provides directly and becomes something different than a room. Both panels open, the morning coming through, the room receiving. I use the good one on the weekend, which raises the question of what I'm waiting for. On the weekdays that constitute most of the time and deserve a good cup as much as this. The reserve thing brought out for no occasion is a small lesson in the kept good that I am learning to apply more broadly than 2 days out of 7. The cup in the back of the cabinet does not improve from being kept there, and neither do I from not being given the small ceremony of the good thing. The reserve thing brought out for no occasion is a small lesson in the kept good that I am learning to apply more broadly than 2 days out of 7. The good cup out every day, eventually starting